New Zealand's oldest golf club played host to an event with 60 years of history last week, as the TORO Men's Interprovincial was staged at the Otago Golf Club. 15 provinces were whittled down to just 4, with a dramatic final day in store at Ballymacuen. The Blair Royden-led Tasman team took on Josh Munn's Manawatu Wanganui in one semi, but the South Islanders were brushed aside 4 points to 1.
It was a bit of a tough one through that last maybe 4 or 5 holes. Like, a couple of boys got up, which I didn't think they would, and then I ended up winning as well. So it proved real good and ended up winning 4-1 through to the final, so it should be a good afternoon.
It is the first interprovincial final the young Manawatu Wanganui side has made, and Josh Munn singled out one team member for special praise for getting them there.
Definitely my brother Trent Munn, he's gone unbeaten actually, so for that to happen at number 3 is a pretty good effort for him.
They'd face the winner of the Bay of Plenty Southland semi-final, a rematch of last year's final, which Southland won. With Bay of Plenty leading by 2 points to 1, the 18th hole proved crucial. Southland number 2, Scott Hellier, needing this putt to drop to win a point. The match finished all square, with Peter Lee remaining unbeaten for the week. Bay of Plenty only needed a half point to make the final, and with the number 1's all square playing 18, Bay captain Brad Kendall couldn't convert a chance for the half. The semi locked up at 2.5 each, and a playoff needed to decide the finalist. Peter Lee and Scott Hellier continued their battle to break the deadlock, and on the first hole of sudden death, the New Zealand amateur finalist Lee had a birdie chance. Hellier needing to match that effort for the defending champs. The Bay through to their 9th final in 11 years in dramatic style.
Yeah, well, the playoff is always a bit hard to watch, but Peter hold it back of the green was awesome. He's the rock in the team, really. He always seems to be up, and that match he was 4 down with 9 holes to go, and he came back. The main goal was to win it, so we're through to the final now, and hopefully we can do that.
So the final saw Manawatu Wanganui, looking for their first TORO Interprovincial title, take on Bay of Plenty in search of their 7th in 11 years. Little separated the two provinces. Manawatu Wanganui's junior Tatana 2 up over Victor Janin, and Bay of Plenty's Peter Lee 2 up over Lockie McDonald were the only golfers to put any distance between themselves and their opponents. Southland's number 5 Hayden Ring had a putt to win the 9th hole and be all square with Landon Edwards. And at that stage the final was evenly split across all 5 matches. But as the number 1s approached the turn, Bay of Plenty had pulled ahead to lead in 3 matches. Manawatu Wanganui's Josh Munn needing this on 9 to win the hole and square his match. Through 14 holes, Bay number 5 Landon Edwards led Ring 2 up, but Ring staged a comeback to win the 15th, and he won here on the 16th to get back to all square. The pendulum had swung, and on the 18th, Ring had a par putt to win his match 2-1. Manawatu Wanganui with their first point on the board. But the TORO Interprovincial final was soon 1 point apiece, as 3 holes back, Peter Lee completed his unbeaten week to win 4-3 over Lockie McDonald. Fellow unbeaten golfer Trent Munn was 2 up over Sam Davis. The Bay golfer able to get up and down on the 16th here to win the hole and now be only 1 down. On to the 17th, and Davis needing to win another hole. Over to Trent Munn to get Manawatu Wanganui's 2nd point on the board. One more point and Manawatu Wanganui would have their first title, and the number 4s were locked in an epic battle. Bay of Plenty's Victor Janin 1 up after 14 holes, but junior Tatana now putting for par to get the match back to all square. On to the 17th, and Tatana now putting to go 1 up. Advantage Manawatu Wanganui. Tatana would only need to halve the final hole and the title would be theirs. And on the 18th, this bogey putt to win it for the Foxton member. Over to Victor Jannon to win the hole, halve the match and keep the Bay's hopes alive. The ledge are now 2.5 to 1.5 in Manawatu Wanganui's favour. If Josh Munn was to secure the title for his young side, he'd need to bounce back from 2 down to Brad Kendall after 15 holes. The pair halved the 16th hole, leaving the Bay's Brad Kendall 1 up playing the 17th. This would give him the point. An opportunity then for New Zealand rep Josh Munn to halve the hole and extend his match. No joy for Munn. The Toro Interprovincial final finishing 2.5 points each. Sudden death extra holes required to decide the winner. Manawatu Wanganui's Junior Tatana and Bay of Plenty's Victor Jannon going shot for shot up the first hole, where they both made pars. On to the second, and with Tatana in the rough, Jannon was looking to take advantage with his approach. The Bay boys with reason to smile. Tatana would take 3 shots to get onto the green and required this putt to drop to give Manawatu Wanganui any chance of extending the playoff. Over to Rotorua's Victor Jannon to roll in the final putt of the Toro Interprovincial. Bay of Plenty capping off a dramatic day to claim the 2012 provincial crown.
It's an awesome feeling winning it. It was a real team effort. 2 playoffs, it's a hard way to do it, but it just shows the team. Didn't matter who was in the playoff, we were confident that they'd get it done. When other people were down, the others were winning, so that was awesome to combine as a team.
With 7 interprovincial titles in 11 years, there's no denying Bay of Plenty is a breeding ground of golfing success.
I think it's to do with the coaching, and we have quite a lot of Bay of Plenty golf days, I suppose. Like we go to Kinloch and play, and I think those days all help a lot. We do have our own fitness sessions at home.
Unbeaten Peter Lee was named player of the tournament, but for Jannon, to the victor, the spoils.
It feels unreal, especially like doing it with a team, you know, like it's not just yourself out there. So, yeah, just unbelievable feeling.
The cafe worker coming a long way in 12 months to become the tournament winner.
Just being reserved last year made me really want to try hard this year to make it into the team because I saw how good it was. And even though it was good being with the team, you want to play, you know, you don't want to just pull the bag. So it just made me work really hard this year and couldn't ask for anything better.